Hello everyone, this is Robert from Prestige Collectibles Japanese Baseball Cards, and today I wanted to show you my personal collection of Victor Starffin Japanese magazine covers. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Starffin, but if you're not, I'll give you a brief biography. He was born in Russia in 1916 and died at age 40 in 1957 when his car was hit by a tram. He played his professional Japanese career from 1934 through 1955. He was the first player to reach 300 wins. He had a career 303 wins, which is 6 all time, and 176 losses. He had a 2.09 ERA, 1,960 strikeouts. He had an NPB, Japan record of 83 shutouts, and also a record of 42 wins in 1939, which was later tied by Kazuhisa Inao. He pitched a no-hitter on July 3rd, 1937, and he was the first foreigner inducted into the Japanese Hall of Fame, which happened in 1960, the second year of the Hall of Fame. So I have 34 different issues from 1941 through 1950. Most of them are from 1949. I'll go by the most recent issue, and then the last one will be the oldest one that I have. Okay, the first one here is 1950. It's the August issue of Baseball News. The second one is from June 1950. It's the Pro Baseball or Pro Yaku. The next one is from April 1950. This one, the title's only in Japanese, Shonen Yaku Gaho, which is basically a junior baseball pictorial. And he's featured here with Japanese Hall of Fame pitcher Hideo Fujimoto. And he's wearing his All Japan uniform along with Fujimoto. The next one is from 1949. This is the December issue of Baseball News. The next one is in English called The Baseball Age, or in Japanese, Yaku Jidai. He's featured here with Hall of Famer Makoto Kozuru. Next is the November 1949 issue of Baseball Nippon, or Yaku Nippon. Next is the October 1949 issue of Yaku Kai magazine. This was, I believe, the only issue of Yaku Kai that featured Starffin on the cover. Next one is the October 1949 issue of Baseball Magazine with Starffin boarding a bus with his wife. Next one is October 1949 issue of the Modern Baseball. Next one I have here is the October 1949 issue of Yaku O, or Baseball King. Followed by the October 1949 issue of The Baseball Fan, or in Japanese, Yaku Fan. And he's featured here with a Giants player, Hirayama. Next one is the September 1949 issue of Yaku News. He has a nice smile on his face. Next is the July 1949 issue of Shonen Yaku, or actually Shonen no Yaku, the junior baseball. Next is the July 1949 issue of Baseball Magazine. Next, I have here the July issue of the Baseball Fan, or Yakyu Fan in Japanese, followed by the June issue of 1949 of the All Yakyu. It's featured here with various players. Here's Starffin there. Next is the June issue of the Baseball Fan, or Yakyu Fan in Japanese. He's there with manager and Hall of Famer Sadayoshi Fujimoto. Next is the February 1949 issue of the All Yakyu. Followed by the February 1949 issue of Home Run. At the top it says the Baseball Monthly Home Run. And then the interesting January 1949 issue of Baseball News features Starffin with a variety of prizes that he won as a MVP. Okay, then we'll move on to 1948. This is the Yomiuri Sports September issue featuring Starffin and his son George. George was born in 1941. Next issue is the September 1948 issue of the Baseball Age, or Yakyu Jidai. Next is the August 1948 issue of the Baseball Fan, or Yakyu Fan again. Next, we'll be going to 1947. This is the Baseball Fan, or Yakyu Fan. This one is from December 1947. Next, I have here the November issue of Yakyu Fan, or Yakyu Fan. This was again 1947. This here is the April issue of Sports Weekly. April 1947. This is the March 1947 Baseball News. Starffin featured on Pacific Team. And this is the March 1947 issue of the Baseball Fan. Here he is in the middle. Next, we'll go to 1946. This is the October issue of the Baseball Fan. Next is the October issue of Sportsman magazine. Starffin is featured here with Hawaiian-born Hall of Famer Henry Tadashi Bozo, was his nickname, Wakabayashi. Next one here is the October 1946 issue of Nippon Sports. Some of these issues right after the war are quite crude. This one here is the July issue from 1946 of Taiiku Shuho. And it says Natsu no Dai League, which is the summer edition weekly sports type magazine. You can see Starffin wearing a military type hat. And then the last two issues I have, this one very rare, from May 1942. Starffin is listed here in Japanese as Suda. During the war, he had to use the name Suda Hiroshi. He had to take a Japanese name. Now, this is Baseball News magazine with Hall of Fame pitcher Hiroshi Nakao. Again, this was from May 1942. And the oldest one I have would be this one. This is from June 1941. The magazine is only written in Japanese. It's Shokugyo Yakyu Natsu no Souryokusen. A little difficult to say. Basically translates to Professional Baseball Summer Total War. Again, he's featured here with Hawaiian-born Hall of Famer Bozo Wakabayashi. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at my collection of Victor Starffin magazine covers. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I hope you click like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more videos. Thank you, and have a great day.